A Louisville teenager is headed to the fast track. Meet NASCAR's Ben Rhodes up close and personal tonight on CN2 Sports. Also on our show, the Paul Hornung Award winner is announced. We'll spotlight an Assumption High School future star. And Rick Pitino welcomes an old friend back to the Yum Center. But first, Kentucky might be undefeated, but today the top-ranked Wildcats suffered a major loss. UK forward Alex Poythress is out the remainder of the season. This after he tore up the ACL in his left knee during Thursday's practice. Now, the normal timetable for recovery is 6 to 8 months. The 6'8" junior was averaging 5.5 points and almost 4 rebounds per game. UK really going to miss him, especially with games against nationally ranked foes North Carolina on Saturday and then arch rival Louisville on December 27th.
You know, you're kind of shocked when you're first told. And, you know, my concern wasn't to do with anything else other than him. And I can remember having to sit down with Nerlens in the same way. Tell him you're fine. You're insured if something goes crazy. You have plenty of time if you choose to train and be ready to put your name in the draft, or you come back for another year and you'll have your master's. He's going to graduate in May. So I said, you know, this hurts our team, but you're fine.
ASTV will have much more on this story coming up at the bottom of the hour. Tomorrow's home game against North Carolina tips off at noon and will be televised by CBS. Now, speaking of U of L, the Cardinals welcome in UNC Wilmington Sunday at 6. It'll be a homecoming of sorts for Seahawks head coach Kevin Keatts. He was an assistant on Rick Pitino's staff when the Cards won the 2013 national championship. UNCW's 3-2. The unbeaten fourth-ranked Cards are 8-0. Sunday's game will be their last without freshman Shaquan Aaron. The forward will be eligible to play for Louisville, starting with the Western Kentucky game a week from Saturday. But just because Aaron is eligible to play doesn't mean he will.
Now, whether he can play for us or not right now, I'm not sure. He's got to improve dramatically. You know, it's like sometimes you never really see someone's talents when they're sitting out either redshirting or a transfer because they're not as motivated, they're not playing. And then when you're getting ready for scouting, they don't take an active part. So he's now just taking an active part, and he's got to learn a few things before he steps on the floor. He's got to learn to play defense, and he's got to also stop taking bad shots. See, challenge shots lead to a fast break for the other team, so it's a double-edged sword. Not only do you shoot a low percentage, but you enable the other team to get an easy fast break. Everything in our program, nothing is entitled. You're not entitled to one single thing. You earn every minute you get. There's no entitlement here. Although this is an entitlement culture, we don't buy into that culture. Everything that you get here, you earn. Montrezl Harrell earns every minute. Jones and Rozier earn every minute. Nobody's entitled to anything.
Sunday's game against Wilmington starts at 6 p.m. The Commonwealth has a lot of elite teams. We know UK is unbeaten and ranked number 1, and Louisville also has no losses and is number 4 in the Division I polls. But if you go to Division II, you find another powerhouse team from the Bluegrass State, and that would be our friends over at Bellarmine, the Knights, who right now are 6-0 and number 2 in the Division II polls. And with that, we say hello to Bellarmine head coach Scotty Davenport. Scotty, it's good to see you again. Congrats on a great start to the season.
Thank you, Bruce. And again, I really appreciate your efforts. And to call us your friends, that's the greatest compliment I'll get all day today.
Oh, now you're going to make me blush all day, Coach. Hey, tell me about this Bellarmine team here. What are we looking at 2014, 2015?
Well, I've been really enamored with this team since last spring. And, you know, you can look in a locker room or you can watch a team play and size up if they have ability. If they have physical skills and size and strength, you can pretty much evaluate that with the eye test. What's been the most impressive is commitment. I understand the strength, the size, the athleticism, but the commitment is the thing that I'm most enamored with.
But you know, one of the things your teams have always exhibited is the ability to play together. I've been able to watch some of your practice sessions, and I mean, you practice them that way where it's very much a team-first mentality, and I'm sure that buys in a lot to what you're saying.
Well, it does, Bruce. And, you know, the one thing people kind of associate with our basketball program is great passing of the basketball. We do take great pride in that because that leads to great shooting. But, you know, every time you score, the other team's going to get the ball. So you must play defense together, and that's where this team is really excelling. We've kind of revamped our defense. Reese Gaines, our assistant coach, and Mike Scott and Damian Anderson, we've kind of revamped our entire defensive philosophy, And it's really, really, you know, it's a work in progress, but we're eliminating drives to the basket. We're eliminating second shots. And we're eliminating the other team parading to the free throw line. Now, we're giving up three-point shooting right now at a little bit of a too high of a rate, but you know, we're adjusting to that. So we're stressing to play defense together as well as we do offensively, especially passing the ball.
So is this team where you were hoping it would be at this point? Now we're talking about second week in December. Obviously, there's a long part of the season to go, a lot of growing to go. But as of right now, are the Knights where you would hope they would be right now?
Yes. Yeah, I'm very pleased. I really am. And I'm with them every single day. You're right. This weekend, to answer your question about are we where I want us to be, yes. But this weekend is crucial. We're bringing 3 undefeated teams, including ourselves, into Knights Hall. We're ranked as high as 2 in one poll. Florida Southern's 3. They're a team of, they play 9 people. 8 of them are juniors and seniors. They start 5 seniors. They've probably got the guy that's the leading candidate to be the Division II Player of the Year. Their point guard's a tremendous player. And this is why it's crucial. We've got Friday, Saturday, and then following Saturday at home against Fairmont State, a team that played Cincinnati and, you know, very, very difficult in the exhibition. And then conference play starts. So now we're down, when you talk about your non-conference games, oh, you got 9, 10 games, but now we're down to 3. So these are big weeks for us, especially with school being over, where it's now all about just family and basketball. Ticket office will be open at 4 o'clock each day. There are tickets available. These are big-time games. And, again, we have a little bit of a void because you know, we all have students here, but it's a lot of the students that are here locally because of, or that live locally because of the dorms being closed due to winter break.
He's a promoter and a pretty fair basketball coach as well. Scotty Davenport, always appreciate a few minutes. Good luck this weekend, and we'll talk again next week.
Well, again, we appreciate all you do, and I hope the people can support these young people. I'm going to tell you right now, get behind this team now. You won't regret it.
Number 2 in the country right now, so obviously a little fair bit of ability on that court. Scotty, thank you so much, my friend.
Thanks, you bet.
Now to the high schools. Louisville commit Ray Spalding as a leading candidate for 2015 Mr. Basketball honors. The Trinity senior has helped the Shamrocks become one of the better teams in state. On the ladies' side, there's plenty of candidates for Miss Basketball honors. Gary Fogle previews one such, Assumption High School player.
Nora Kiesler stands 6 feet 6 inches tall. Gary Fogle, CN2 Sports.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Later on, take a ride around the track with Louisville teenager Ben Rhodes, a young man on the fast track. But up next, one of college football's most prestigious awards is announced in Louisville. We'll show you the Paul Hornung Award winner right after this.